Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. I wanted to show you how to make this super cute gift card holder using our brand new Heartfelt bundle. This Heartfelt bundle will be brand new in our 2020 mini catalogue that starts. It goes live on the 3rd of January 2020. So if you're watching this video before the 3rd of January 2020, it will become available on the 3rd. So there's a little bit of measuring here, and I've organized my measuring. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo and our Real Red as my ink colors. And I will bring in, I've already pre-cut a lot of these ready to go so that it saved a bit of time. So, and I've got all the measurements here, so you can write down the measurements as we go along, or you can go back and watch the replay and write down the measurements from the replay. So, first of all, we have a Flirty Flamingo base. Now, the Flirty Flamingo base is cut at 4 inches this way by 11.5 inches this way. It's scored at 5 3/4 inches. And I'm just going to double check that. It is 5 3/4 inches. I'm positive it is. Yes, 5 3/4 inches. And then also scored at 2.5 inches from the end. So just like that. Yes, that's correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it at the 5 3/4 inches, but we're also going to fold it at the 2 3/4 inches, and that is going to give our flap on the inside to hold our gift card. So we're just going to score those with our bone folder. Now, the measurements for these layers are, we have a Real Red layer for the inside here. That's 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. We also have a strip of Designer Series paper here that is 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. And we also have a piece of Whisper White to go inside here, which is 3.5 inches by 4 inches. We also have some Real Red to go over here on this piece here. So we've got 2 1/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. We then have Designer Series paper cut at 2 inches by 3.5 inches for that insert part there. Then when we flip over the front, we have one piece of Real Red cut at 3 inches by 3 3/4 inches and one piece of Designer Series paper cut at 2 3/4 inches by 3.5 inches. Okay, so you can go back at the beginning and watch that video back and write down all of those measurements. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to layer up some of these layers. So with my Tombow, I'm going to layer the 2 layers for the front onto each other. So liquid Tombow, and we will have an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, so that's our front layer. Then we have the inside layer here, which was 2 1/4 inches by 3 3/4, and the Designer Series paper layer, which was 2 inches by 3.5 inches. And we're going to layer those up with our Tombow. Okay, so we've got another 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. I'm actually going to glue that on here now so that then I can do a little hole punch that will give us a little finger hole to be able to get our gift card out of. So I'm just going to line that up there and glue that on. Okay, so now with these layers here, we're going to pop the Whisper White layer on first. So our Real Red layer was 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. This one here is 3.5 inches by 4 inches, and it's going to pop on this way. So we're just going to layer that up onto that Real Red layer. So leaving an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, Our designer series paper strip here we've got at 2 inches by 3 3/4 inches. We're going to pop some liquid Tombow onto that. And we're going to layer that down. I'm leaving, and it's going to be flush with the top and flush with the bottom, but I'm leaving an 1/8 of an inch border down the side there. Okay, and that can actually glue onto our card base there. So just like so. Now, before we glue this down, I'm going to do a little hole punch here. So I'm using my 3/4 of an inch punch, and I'm just going to punch out a little finger hole there so that we can actually grab our gift card. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pop some tear and tape just along the outside edge and very close to the edge so that our gift card will fit in there. So I'm just going to pop a piece of double-sided tape along this side and another piece along, if I can find the end, there. Another piece along this side here. So right up to the very edge. And just with our pokey tool, we're going to pop the backing off that and the backing off this one. And that will give you enough room just to slide your gift card in snugly. Okay, so we have that. Now, on this piece here, I want to use some of our real red ribbon, which it is a gorgeous ribbon that goes with this beautiful suite. And I'm going to wrap a little bit of ribbon around that end. So I'm going to pop some double-sided tape on the back to glue our ends of our ribbon into. Piece there and another piece there. Take the backing off. Okay, so I'm just going to glue one end of the ribbon into there and make sure when we turn it over that it's going exactly where we want it to be, and glue that one in there. Trim that bit of ribbon off. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop that up on dimensionals onto the front of our card. And I'm just going to use our foam strips for this one, just so it's quicker and easier. So I'm going to pop a foam strip along there, another one in the middle. These foam strips are fantastic when you're doing quite a lot of popping it up. It just saves having to take the backing off those strips all the time. So I'm just going to pop that along there. And as you can see, 3 little strips, and we have the backing paper off those. So it just saves a little bit of time, our foam strips, instead of our dimensionals, when you're doing large quantities. Okay, so that one's going to sit up on the front of our card, just like so. Okay. Now, we have some gorgeous doilies, if I can find my doilies, which are in here. I can. So we've got some gorgeous doilies that match this beautiful set. So I'm just going to grab out, I think I want the real red doily for the front here. Just like so. That's looking quite good. Okay. So we're going to stamp using some of our stamps with the Flirty Flamingo and the real red. Okay, So I'm going to stamp a flirty flamingo outside of my heart. So I'm just going to mount that up onto a block. Okay, I'm going to ink that up with my flirty flamingo and I'm going to stamp it down. Okay, so we've got a flirty flamingo stitched heart. And then I think I'm going to do Happy Valentine's. Okay, I'm going to grab a block for that one. Now, I haven't used this stamp before, so I'm actually going to grab just a scrap piece of paper, which is here, and I'm just going to stamp off. Just because it's a photopolymer stamp and I haven't used it before, this is what I do to condition my stamps before using them, especially because this one is a big solid stamp. I just stamp it and smoosh it around, okay? So if there's any coating on there, it will come off with that smooshing, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink that up and I'm going to line that up in that heart over the top, if I can see. And I'm probably going to do this crooked because of where the camera is, but we're going to give it a good go. And that was hopeless. So we will try this again. I think I'm going to ink that up and stamp it down. Then I think I'm going to do the flirty flamingo and ink it up. And we may be able to layer them up together. Okay, now I'm going to use my punch. And I'm going to punch out my real red heart here. Nope, I need to cut that. Okay, so I'm going to punch out that real red heart. Actually, you know what? I'll see if I can stamp that carefully around the outside edge. It might be easier with the flirty flamingo now that I've got the real red done. That looks pretty awesome. Let's try that. There's a little bit of an edge there. That's totally okay. So I'm going to punch that out. It has a little bit of flirty flamingo around the outside, so I'm going to punch that out to pop onto our doily. So just like so. And then I think I'm going to punch out of Flirty Flamingo one of our scalloped hearts. Let's see whether that's going to layer up okay. Punch that out. See if it's going to layer up okay on that doily, like that. Okay, so we've used the scalloped heart, we've used the plain heart. We can layer those up and go on there. That looks gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to use some dimensionals just for that heart to pop the Be My Valentine heart up onto that Flirty Flamingo one. So take the backings off those dimensionals, pop it onto the scalloped heart, just like so. These hearts are gorgeous. And then we're going to pop that up onto a couple of dimensionals so that we can pop it onto our doily. Like so. So just like that. That looks very, very pretty. Now what we're going to do is we're going to glue that halfway on the front of our card. So I'm just going to halfway, I'll pop some glue on. And we will lay that halfway on our card and halfway off. Okay, and then the last finishing touch that we're going to do is just pop a bow onto the front of our card. So tying a quick bow, just like that. Once I've got my bow to the size I want, pull the bottom tails and the top loops so that our bow sits really nice. Trim that off. And with a piece of double-sided tape, I always like to glue my bows on with a double-sided tape. About a 1/2 inch of double-sided tape going across our ribbon and our cardstock so that it adheres our bow to our cardstock as well as adheres our ribbon that's going long ways down onto our card. Okay, so there we have a super cute, quick gift card holder for that Valentine in your life. So I hope you enjoyed my quick card today using our Heartfelt. Just going to bring the stamp set back in. Heartfelt stamp and the beautiful heart duo punches that we have that go with this bundle. So thank you very much for watching my video. As I said, all of these items will be available through my online store starting on the 3rd of January. You can pop them in a starter kit right now. If you're watching this in December, you are able to purchase these new items out of our new mini catalogue that goes live on the 3rd of January. You are able to pop them into a starter kit right now. If you wanted to join and you simply can't wait, you can choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169, and you can put brand new items into your starter kit. So thank you very much for spending a little bit of time out of your day with me crafting. I hope you enjoyed that beautiful Valentine's gift card. And please, if this is the first time you've watched my YouTube channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit the notification button to allow you to be notified every time I upload a video or I go live on YouTube. And I would really, really appreciate if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, if you wanted to purchase any of these items through my online store. You will find all the links to my online store, my email, my website, all in the Show More box down below. And please feel free, if you have any questions, to message me. I'll be more than happy to help you with your crafting needs. So once again, my name is Donna Gray. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales, Australia. And thank you very much. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye for now.